Welcome, thank you for coming in. We're looking at Niagara Falls City Hall, which is right at the edge of downtown Niagara Falls, the city. So it's still quiet because Ontario, Canada is in a stay-at-home order, which is our most extreme version of lockdowns yet. We've been in this for a while, probably still will be. But I still wanted to get out because, as you can see, it's a gorgeous day. And I just wanted to have a look around downtown. We tried to do this once before with a GoPro and this and that and another app and all that stuff. But we've got our system down and should be good. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of this. It'll be interesting to see without the usual activity that you might find down here. But thank you everybody for coming in, especially so early. Don Arnold, thank you for coming in. Matt Goslin, Kristen Marie's Life, good to see you here. Scratch and PPA, of course, and Michael's Adventures, two of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, are always with me. Thank you guys both. Have Cheetah Will View, good to see you here. Arloic, Georgia Bulldogs has been with me a long time as well. My love, Kristen Welton, is always here. And Robert Macanasia, good to see you. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but I think we're doing okay so far. But thank you guys. Yeah, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day. So it's funny because last week I was out working, and some of you know that I do outdoor work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I'm never around filming or anything like that on YouTube. So it went extreme. We're wearing winter jackets last week and are back to t-shirt weather now, finally. So it's a nice park. People can hang out and play and this and that. Just a few houses and this and that. We're literally right at the edge of the downtown street. So off in the distance there you'll see a little structure over the street, kind of declaring this is the downtown area. And lots of mix between architecture, old and new. We'll head down the downtown area here. A lot of these businesses, unfortunately, are all boarded up and closed and everything else, so there's probably a peak in that kind of activity now. Yeah, Kristen Marie's Life, I'm always doing well. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you are too. Life Through Our Eyes 303, thanks for coming in. And then while here on my personal channel, not everybody might be into the whole, let's sub to each other and stuff like that, like we do on Tuber Chat and other places. Feel free to start conversations with each other and connect if you'd like to. There's a little more activity out here than I thought. There's people around. It's just that it's not like bustling with activity, right? Look at some of these places. Gotta be just dying to open. You'll find everything you usually would expect down here, between cafes and restaurants and bars to local businesses, shops, and a few franchises. The radio stations are down here. Lots and lots and lots of leasing available, we're going to see, as you can already tell. Me Brain, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Oh yeah, we're in extreme lockdowns. Bonnie Rose, thank you for coming in. Yasmin Wu, thank you for coming in. She did a premiere earlier today. And some of the buildings obviously are very old, but have been refaced and things like that to give them new life. Like, this here is not too old looking. And there's a grate on the corner over there. Is a great example of a probably very old building that's been refaced to give it new life. Santa Claus parade comes down here. If they get back to doing that this winter, hopefully we'll get down here and film that, because Kristen runs a nonprofit organization. She's the executive director for Epilepsy Niagara, and we usually end up in the parade just with a truck decorated with a handful of people hanging out. We hand out candy canes and drink hot chocolate and all that good stuff. That's a good time. So you see what I mean here. Lots of interesting shops. This is not the tourist area of Niagara Falls. Now you'll find some touristy type of stuff among the stores and shops that are here, but this is a totally separate area, not even really close to where you might usually see me live streaming in the tourist area. And we're far from where the actual Niagara Falls are. So there'll be a few people who'll be happy that I'm finally decided to get away from the waterfalls and do something else. One of our dear friends works in this place here, the Axe Throwing League, which is a interesting business. I was kind of surprised that stuff took off when it did. All over, of course, right? Escape rooms. There's a bunch of that stuff here. We actually went to a gala. Kristen took me to a gala that was, we ended up playing a little bit of that stuff, the escape room type game. Pretty cool. The Inspired Empowered Mama, thank you for coming in. Candy cane season, yeah, it's a little way off, but I'm always there. Candy cane's one of my favorite things. It's really not a monstrous area, right? You can see residential houses just down the street in both directions. I still have a lot to learn down here too. I've been living here for several years, but I don't really come to the downtown area that often. We've been down here for anniversaries and stuff like that, like let's go for dinner, find a place or whatever. I'll see if I can remember where the place is that we went. They do crepes, which are something else. And of course franchises are all mixed in here. They don't seem to have the restrictions that some of the other areas might, where the franchises have to remodel their logos and signage and stuff like that to kind of fit the area. They don't have that here. So, there's one of our big banks, but it just looks like a normal bank, right? One of these days we'll get back up to Niagara on the Lake, which is the next city north. It's a gorgeous, very clean and well-kept town where they have all older shops and restaurants and things like that. A lot of antique looking stuff, but very much upkept. And we did that last year. We went on a horse carriage ride and all this stuff, but you'll notice that the franchises there are required to keep the look of the city as opposed to breaking into their own stuff. Kristen wants to go here at some point. She's likely been here before, but she told me about it. Jeffro's Barbecue. I think this is the place I'm thinking of. So they got takeout and delivery here, but no eating indoors, no eating outdoors. Even if these places, like look at this place here, Grand Central, they've got a couple picnic tables over there, cannot eat there. Same with National Cuisine over there. They've got tables and high top bar stools and stuff like that out there. You can see what I'm talking about. Like right behind these industrial buildings are like apartment buildings and houses things. So it's all mixed here. But it is quite a gorgeous day, so we picked the right day to be out here, that's for sure. Jaden, thanks for coming in. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, always good to see you. Mama Glow Up's in the house. That's our featured channel on Tuber Chat today. And Donut Toys and Games, thank you so much for coming in. Donut Toys and Games is a creator that's been with myself and Tuber Chat for a long time now, and extremely supportive. I really wonder what is going to happen, when we start to open up with people taking over some of these businesses and starting new things. So you see this sign here. Now that's just denoting the address of the place here. But sometimes you'll find, especially when we get up to that city I'm talking about, Niagara on the Lake, they even have some around Niagara Falls. But you'll have signs on the buildings that will tell you when they were built, because it's so interesting, right? And there's so much history. This is the place, Paris Crepes Bistro Cafe. So Krista and I came here and they did a really good job. So it's nice and clean and upkept. They keep a nice fresh coat of paint on that and keep it clean and everything else. But inside, the floors are older, still well kept, but you get that kind of feeling you're walking into a place that might have been there 100 years, right? Kristen works in here. Heart Niagara is a collection of community organizations. Forgive me if I'm explaining that the wrong way. Kristen can correct me, but Epilepsy Niagara has an office within there. She did a video once of a drive to work to show you kind of how she gets to drive by the Niagara Falls every day on her way if she wants to. Even I've started, when I'm out of town and coming back in, I drive by the falls almost every time now. I never get tired of it. Thank you, Scratch a PPA, for reminding everybody, yes, please give it the thumbs up, share it out if you can. Around here's a little bit of a different story, but down in the Clifton Hill area, which is really the tourist area, they have done a lot of work. So they took advantage of the fact that they had to be shut down, closed the street off, and did a lot of repairs. So when we get back over there next time, I'm expecting it to look better than ever. So I'll circle around here when we get up to that church that we just saw, but there's Taps. So this is a bar and restaurant, and they do concerts, and it's a happening Friday, Saturday night place. I think they're open every night anyway, or they would be. And we often do events for Epilepsy Niagara, and lots of other places do events and things like that there, but they always do a great job. They got great food, they got people who are very helpful and knowledgeable and everything else. And the dog's gonna come and get me in a second here. It's too bad that there's not more activity, right? Places to go in, things to show, and things like that. Travel Fun 69's in the house. That's Jeff Lepard. He'll be going live shortly, actually. Hopefully. There's a small amount of car trouble, but we'll be expecting to be in downtown Toronto in a little while. When I talk about, to a lot of people that recognize in here when I mention running channels for other people, Jeff Lepard is somebody who I run his channels for him. He's got 3. Travel Fun 69 is one of them. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of travel footage there. He's been to Mexico, Thailand, I don't remember where else right now. and there's lots of stuff there. But also, when he's home, he ends up going out and doing outdoor live streaming on that channel. Today is a worldwide rally for freedom, and he'll be going to cover that. So I don't think that this area looks too much different than, any other city its size in most of North America, I would guess. But there's a mix of so much stuff. So we have lots of mom and pop shops, lots of franchises, tons of restaurants, and I'm not sure if we're going to get to see any motels or anything like that. Off in the distance, we'll see some hotels, because they're huge, almost skyscraping looking buildings and this and that. But there's lots of activity here. There's indoor skydiving, zip line, laser tag right there. Lots of bars and restaurants and stuff, and it's all mixed in between. Look at this, like Canaan cabinetry. This is something that's obviously more for locals, right across the street from laser tag. Music schools, lots of martial arts and things like that. Hopefully we'll see a couple of nice cars today. There is this movement in Niagara Falls of, there's a lot of motorcycles down here, but there's also a lot of classic cars that have been upkept or restored. And it's unfortunate, for a while now they haven't been able to do the meets that they used to do. I think it's every Tuesday. I still have never got a chance to even go to one. It's one of those things where, you figure there's always going to be tomorrow. I'll go next week. I'll go next month. Now we can't go. So be looking forward to that opening up, and then maybe we'll get some of that happening as well. I think I'm running into almost nothing over here, so we'll head back the other way. Pineapples was in here the other day, and he's been after me to get in front of some old buildings that church would fit. Thank you for the share on Twitter, Harlowick. Indoor skydiving, yeah. Well, there's probably outdoor skydiving too, I would guess, but lots and lots of stuff. And of course, water activities. There's these jet boats. Hopefully I can show everybody that one day. And there's the in Canada we have something called the Hornblower, which is our exact replica of Made of the Mist that you've seen in television and movies and things like that. Oh, that's the church. Is that the church you're talking about, Kristen? It must be. Harlowick uploaded a vlog. Hopefully everybody will check that out. I'm still excited about those weather reports. Thank you, Nightbot. Oh, I see. St. Patrick's Catholic School. See, like I said, I've got a lot to learn around here. And usually, at least in our area, you'll find Catholic schools are really right next door to Catholic churches. They seem to be right beside each other most often. I don't know if it's like that everywhere in North America, but here it is. This is something else. This is when you see, some of these buildings. We don't even know how old some of these are, and they've been upkept and everything else. Now, I could be wrong about this, but my understanding is there's not even church right now. Obviously, I'm letting you know that I'm not the most aggressive church-going person every Sunday or Saturday or whenever it is you choose to go, but as far as I know, nobody's doing that right now. Now, again, I could be wrong about that. But it's interesting, right? These this mix of old and somewhat new. As a matter of fact, I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. So, here we go with another very old building. I mean, I've got a lot to learn. Maybe someday I'll start learning the history of these things and have something more interesting to talk about. But right across the street, that community health area, I forget what this is called. Kristen knows what it's called. I can't read the sign from the side here. Is brand new, brand spanking new. Or at least refaced to be brand new. Looks modern and everything else. I don't know how many Big B variety stores there are around here, but it seems that there's quite a few. Niagara Falls Community Health Centers is what that's called. And we'll head back into the downtown area in a second. I just got to watch these lights here, make sure I'm not crossing in front of everybody. I'm not sure about going in the church right now, but my guess would be not. As a matter of fact, I might have not even brought a mask on me. I meant to put a mask in my pocket. I don't have it. It's in the truck, so I couldn't go in anywhere if I wanted to anyway. But my guess is no. As far as I understand, there's no church-like services for anybody of any kind right now. Again, I could be wrong. This is just my understanding. But that would have me thinking I can't go in. What I can do is kind of call around and find out, and then maybe get a chance to go in at some point. One of the things that I did, I know there's a lot, most of the people who are here watching right now or who will come through have YouTube channels, right? So one of the things that I did last year is I called the Wax Museum so that I would let them know, like, hey, I'm a live streaming YouTuber, I want to come in and, you know, do a live stream and this and that. Is that okay? So they had me talk to their, I believe it was the marketing director, something along those lines. I forget his title. And he was so accommodating that he said, I will come down and join you and help you with the video. So it was kind of a mix, because that way I don't film every single thing in the whole wax museum, because that would take away from the experience of actually going there. At the same time, he probably had me film about half of it, but came along with us to talk about it and do a much better job than I could have done explaining everything. So that was really, really cool. But it's an idea for anybody that's thinking about doing this. I think everybody who would ever want to should try outdoor live streaming in your city or area, because it doesn't matter where it is. I have watched live streams where somebody literally films walking through a field. I think people are very interested to see where people live and the things that they do, their areas. I'm very lucky that I live in a, popular city. It's not huge, but I think anybody could be, at least one of the top, if not the top, live streaming YouTuber in your area. If it's suitable to your channel, and if you feel like doing that. There's some guys setting up here outside the liquor store, but I can't tell if they're doing if they're going to play any music or not. It looks like maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Saw a couple musicians over there setting up something. Chef Boy Apollo Vlogs, thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. I think we're doing okay. Of course, there's transit, so if you want to do that, you can park your car just about anywhere, or take major transit down here, and then have lots of ways to get around. Now we're gonna cross. I should have done this earlier, but chance to look over here. Oh, can't wait for these restaurants to open, not just because I want to go, but they got to be just busting at the seams to get open and get working again. Now we're back closer to Taps, which is what I was talking about, the restaurant and bar that does all these events. So they also have outdoor stage. They've got an indoor stage as well. On my channel, I forgot, some of the first videos that I posted were live sets. They weren't filmed well, but they were live sets of some of the bands. One of the guys was originally from Platinum Blonde, Rob Laidlaw. He's in there along with a few other bands, and they do that kind of stuff. Plus they brew their own stuff in there. I wonder if I can have a look through the window here. Maybe through the window you can see the tanks in there. So they've got their own brews happening, which is cool also. Cosmic Coil 1961, thanks for coming in. Here's the radio station. Here's their oh, it's in this window, yeah, as a matter of fact. There's their logos. And Kristen did an interview on that radio station a couple years ago now. I guess it's been longer than I think it has. How are you?
Good, you?
Okay. Again, lots and lots of shops. A lot of cannabis shops are starting to open up now. I mean, they've been open for a little while, but you know what I mean. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. As far as I know, they got records in here. I'm gonna have to go and check this out, right? Haven't been up there before. Record store. Oh, you got a fishing license, Michael's Adventures. Very cool. Are you gonna fish for fun, or is that for dinner? Michael's Adventures already had steaks for lunch, so gonna have to mix it up, I'm sure. Proper Hair Barbershop. I have not had a haircut since I think before Christmas, and it's not happening. Not happening for maybe months. So I sigh when I walk by a barbershop, longing for my chance to get back in there and have something done. I've never been to that place, but I'd have to give them a try. Might be a new business getting itself together right now, or an old one clearing out. And hopefully we'll catch some copyright music there. That'll be great. See, we were here not too long ago. And like I said, there's a mix. Like, there's residential houses right there, even though we're in the downtown area. It's just really condensed here. Yeah, Michael's Adventure says his hair person can fix me up good. Bakery with fresh stuff here, but well, I guess you can get in and get it. You can get in and take it out. Or you. Lots and lots and lots of interesting stuff. And some of the other businesses here, like that cigar shop there, is pickup, like curbside. So what you do is you call an order or go on a website if they have one, and then they will come and bring out your order for you. There's the chopper. Probably way too far up in the sky for me to catch for you. I don't think that's a tour helicopter. I don't know where they're going. Happy to get out and get a little bit of exercise too. You can probably hear that I need it. I was worried for a second I don't have sunblock on me either, but now we're half in the shade, so it's probably not going to be any kind of an issue. I was hoping we'd catch a couple of nice cars, but I guess why would they come cruising through here right now? Not much activity here, but down in the tourist area, I did have to drive by, and there's more people down there today than I've seen, as you can imagine, because the weather's nice. Still not busy. Clifton Hill is, D-May, thank you for asking. Clifton Hill is now open to drive through, but nothing's open because we're still on stay-at-home order. So you can walk through it. I thought about doing that today, but then I thought I'm breaking too many promises telling everybody I'll go do something else. Maybe next week I'll go to Clifton Hill and we'll see what's happening there. Lots of pylons, so I think they're still working on the sidewalks and things like that. But you can get through there. Interesting, some of the stuff they have in these little shops here, right? That other town that I was talking about earlier, Niagara on the lake, is just full of that stuff. Not what I was hoping for a nice car, but it's definitely nice. Another antique shop. There's a sign, curbside. Closed until we're allowed to open yet. That's basically the story right now. Clayton B, thank you for coming in. Good to see you here. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. Oh, more baked goods in there. Can't go in anywhere because, like I said, I didn't bring a mask anyway. Should have thought of it. We're getting close to the edge. See, the downtown street, Queen Street itself, is really not that long, at least this area, right? Very condensed, but there's everything you need here. You know, finance, businesses, restaurants, bars, and some entertainment as well. We did pass the theater, but I don't know exactly what they have in there. We're back at Niagara Falls City Hall and the park again across the street. Way off in the distance, I wonder if you can see the top of that church. That'll be in the United States, in Niagara Falls, New York. We're out of downtown, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going for another. I will always walk fast, Clayton B. I wish I wouldn't. This is why I huff and puff all the time, because first of all, I need the exercise, but I always walk fast. I wish I could just take it easy a little bit. And I always giggle at this one. Bike racks that look like bikes. It's cool. A few kids playing in the park, but it's not busy. pardon me for a second. Yeah.
Do you know if there was a rally?
Oh, I haven't seen anything here, but it might be probably in the more populous area, right? Maybe by Clifton Hill and stuff like that if they were going to do it. I'm just guessing because I haven't seen a thing and I've been up and down this whole street. So.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. There's somebody looking to get their rally on. What I'll do is I'll head down here. So the way that the downtown area, it intersects with the river. So we can have a look. I'll show you way off in the distance where the Niagara Falls actually are that I film all the time. And we will have a little bit of a better look. It's probably gorgeous to look at right now. As you can see, like look at these trees, right? The leaves are coming back, but they're not there yet. So it's clearly spring. And the longer I wait before coming down here again, the more different it will look next time because our seasons change so drastically. Dark man, not good to see you here. Not sure what that is. I wonder if Kristen or Peter Michael's Adventures wants to have a look at what that might be. Might be a another YouTuber with a channel. Mega love shout out, host. So literally now we're looking, the street is going to end here at this railing or wall, whatever you want to call it. There's the sign that shows you we're in downtown. Eat, shop, and explore. Yes, absolutely. And just going to run right across the road here. There's a couple of motels over there. There's a handful of these like in bed and breakfast and stuff all the way along until we get down to Niagara Falls. Maybe I can't see as well as I was hoping I would be able to. I'll try to take another look here, but we're a bit of a distance away. Let's see if we don't lose our phone here. It's quite a drop. There's Niagara Falls, New York. Or close to it, anyway. Must be. And off in the distance there, you can see that tall bluish looking building. That's Seneca Casino. I often get a chance to film that when I'm looking at the falls. Look at that cool trail that they got on the other side, going all the way from what looks like the top up there, and it goes all the way down and along. Lots of steps and stairs and other trails connecting to it and this and that, so that's cool. I haven't been over there to explore what they have on the American side, looking at Niagara Falls itself. Here we are, back to the downtown area. Without going a long way, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any good view of the falls now. I'll just walk down here for another second just for the sake of it. But with all the trees and stuff, I don't think I'm going to get any kind of a view at all. It's way off ahead of us. From here, I would guess a half an hour walk, maybe just the smallest bit less than that. It's a little bit far, so forgive me for that. I was hoping I might get something, but again, I'm learning as I go here, right? Yeah, it sure is nice here. I never get tired of this. A special celebration. What did I say that I missed when you said that? And Jaden, I'm sorry, I don't know what I said that I was going for another of. But this looks like a good place to end off. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. What flowers are those? Kristen will know better than me. She knows flowers a lot better than I do. I wonder if she happens to know. You can still probably see the current in that water. It is very, 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 very strong. So, oh, lilacs. Oh, Makeup Mom and Son, forgive me, I didn't see you come in. She's extremely supportive. You know what I should ask for? Can one of the hosts, one of the moderators drop the link for the music channel, if you don't mind? And everybody can go over there and party it up and dance and bake and roll and all that good stuff as well. It's nice now because, I'm still gonna raid people most of the time, especially with Tuber Chat, but we always have a place to go at the end of a live stream now. Mama Glow Up's been up over there a lot, as has Jaden, Scratch and Pete PA, Michael's Adventures. Oh, I didn't understand. Okay, Kate and B, maybe I should have known that. Thank you so much, Michael's Adventures, for that. So if everybody wants to head over to that link, we can keep the conversation going. I'm going to have a short walk back to my vehicle, and I will be heading home and setting up for Tuber Chat in a couple of hours. Yeah, Kate and B, sorry, I didn't realize that was Makeup Mom and Son. I feel like I should have known that already, but maybe I didn't. But thank you everybody again for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. You know, there's 38 million channels or whatever it is now on YouTube, so I appreciate every moment that you spend with me. And hopefully as time goes on, every week I'll get out, do another live stream. I'll go somewhere else and we'll get a lot of new things covered and have a look at what Niagara Falls has to offer aside from just the waterfalls. Thank you everyone. We will see you soon.